What is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. In today's video, I thought that I would go ahead and kind of take you guys through my back and hamstring workout. This is definitely one of my biggest sessions of the week other than my leg day, but it's definitely one of probably my favorite sessions as well. I do love deadlifting. We do deadlift on today, so it's going to be a good day, but I thought I would take you guys through the workout, kind of explain why I do some of the things that I do, kind of explain the exercises that I do, and different things like that. So we're going to go ahead and head in here in a minute. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. First exercise that we are going to be starting with is going to be a seated hamstring curl. Especially on my back and hamstring day, I like to go ahead and start with this before I get into some of my heavier compound movements like a deadlift. That's going to be next. A couple things you want to focus on when doing the seated hamstring curl. I find that definitely pointing my toes up towards my shins really helps me to engage my hamstrings a lot more. A lot of people have a hard time engaging their hamstrings and feeling their hamstrings, so I find that pointing my feet up towards my shin really helps to engage those hamstrings. Second thing you're going to want to focus on is going to be keeping your back against this pad the best that you can. That's what this placement pad is here for. It's here to keep you locked in place. You want to press down on that to try and keep your butt and back against that pad. A lot of people will lift their back and their lower back off of the pad and try and swing the weight down. We want to make sure that we're trying to keep that contact as much as we can. There's obviously going to be a little bit of movement, but try to keep it the best that you can and try to keep you locked in place when doing this exercise. So let's get into it. We're going to record and hopefully I don't run out of space, because I want you guys to catch, like, the candid moments of dumb shit that I say. Nope, we're gonna try and lock ourselves in. That's what I mean when I say lock yourself in. Just squish your goddamn quads down all the way. We're gonna see if we can get a PR here. Aiming for 8 to 10 somewhere. Might have to gym pin this thing soon. Almost maxed it out, which very happy about, because the gym I'm at now here at Iron Lore, there's like nothing I've ever maxed out. Old gym I was at, maxed out a couple of machines. Here, never maxed out anything. All the machines be heavy, so if I could gym pin this, be pretty excited. But nevertheless, let's focus up and let's get it. 10 reps, pretty happy with that. Alright, second exercise now is going to move into a deadlift. I think out of kind of the big three that people talk about, deadlift, squat, and bench, I definitely think a barbell deadlift is going to be the most beneficial out of those three. It's a great exercise for building your glutes, your hamstrings, your erector thickness, your lats, your rhomboids, your traps, all of it. It's an overall fantastic posterior exercise. So we're going to go ahead and work up to a heavy top set today, probably somewhere in the 6 to 8 range for deadlifts. I don't usually like to go too high rep with deadlifts, like 10 to 12, just because I find that people usually tax out cardiovascularly before muscularly. So we're going to keep it nice and heavy, somewhere in that 6 to 8 range. So we'll start warming up and build our way up to it. One thing with deadlifts is going to be, you don't want to be doing it in like squishy gym shoes, so like Ultra Boost, Yeezys, different things like that. You want to have some sort of stable platform. The Jordans are good, they have a nice flat base, but I still just like doing it barefoot. Same thing for a lot of my leg movements. I will usually just do it barefoot, because then I have a good solid contact with the ground. If you have like Yeezys or Ultra Boost or something with that big squishy sole, you're going to be rocking around a bunch and you're not going to be very stable. So either do it barefoot or do something with a flat sole. 315 is the point the belt goes on. We belt up at 315, and then we probably strap up and strap on at probably 365. So just a couple reps here to get a feel for the weight. Felt pretty good. Alright, we're strapped on and strapped up. Last warm-up set, just a single. See how it feels. Not bad. 405. Aiming for somewhere in the 6 to 8 range. Got 6 2 weeks ago. So aiming for 7 a day. I said I was going to get 7 reps, and I got 7 reps. I fucking fought for that last rep, but that's how we push ourselves. That's how we reach that next level, is you got to push yourself. You got to, push through the struggle. That 7 rep was a grinder, but it wasn't like an unsafe grinder. So we pushed for it, we got for it. There's a progression. All right, let's move on to exercise number 3. All right, third exercise and our final exercise for the hamstrings is going to be a lying hamstring curl. I like to include both a seated hamstring curl and a lying hamstring curl in my workout, just to hit them from a couple different angles. Same thing with the lying hamstring curl. I like to go ahead and kind of point my toes upwards towards my shins to go ahead and engage the hamstrings. And then the other thing is going to be, you really want to grab the handles and pull yourself down into this pad, because there's nothing really fixing you to this machine like with the seated leg curl. We want to really pull ourselves in there and make sure that we're not lifting our butt off the seat and swinging and using our lower back to get the weight up. So let's get into it. Alright, the hamstrings are cooked. Exercise number 4 and our first exercise for our back is going to be a single arm pull down. I like performing this exercise single arm because I find that I just get a better contraction in my lats as opposed to doing a dual arm. Something you can focus on when doing this exercise to feel your lats a bit better is going to be, you can actually go ahead and kind of tuck to the one side and kind of crunch to the side. We don't want to rotate. We don't want to be rotating while we're pulling, but if we go ahead, crunch to the side, lock our lat in, and then when we're pulling down, you might be able to feel your lat a bit more. We want to make sure that our shoulder is down. We don't have our shoulder shrugged upwards. We want to keep our shoulder down, pulling down towards the hip. So let's go ahead and get into it. our fifth exercise is going to be the prime incline row. I absolutely love this machine because you can go ahead and load the pegs to adjust the resistance profile of this movement. So you'll see here in a minute the way that I go ahead and load these pegs is I put about 25 to 30% of the weight on the middle peg here, and then I put about 70 to 75% of the weight on the top peg here. The reason that I do this is that as we were going through the movement, as we were getting into that fully contracted position, as we're getting the muscle fully short, the weight's going to start to drop off a little bit. Now, the reason that I want to do this is because we are doing this exercise fifth. We are taxed at this point. We are fatigued. Getting into that short range is starting to become a lot more difficult. So being able to let that weight drop off a little bit, make sure that we are getting the full range of motion, we're getting that muscle nice and short, nice and contracted, and getting the most out of this movement. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Alright, our sixth exercise and our first exercise for biceps is going to be a machine preacher curl. I just like to tag some biceps on to my pull day like this or my posterior day just to give them a little bit of extra volume throughout the week. The preacher curl is a great exercise for the biceps because we are in a very fixed position, we're in a very supported position, and we can also get that bicep nice and short. The shortest the bicep is going to be is when it's closest to the shoulder here. So this exercise really allows us to get that bicep nice and close to the shoulder, getting it nice and short. So let's dive into it. One thing you'll notice about when I'm doing these exercises is that I'm not just focused on moving the weight from point A to point B. That's what I used to be focused on. I used to just be focused on moving the weight from point A to point B. It didn't matter how I got it there. It didn't matter the speed I got it there. Now I'm really focusing on pausing in that lengthened range, pausing in that shortened range. So when I'm doing this and I'm at the bottom range of motion, I'm pausing there, holding that for a second, letting it stretch. Same thing when I'm up in the contracted position. When I'm in that fully shortened position, I'm pausing there, getting some tension on the muscle while it's fully shortened. This is going to cause more growth than just swinging the weight around. Even though I could maybe use a bit more weight just swinging around, I'm going to get more growth out of it this way because I'm actually being intentional with the movement. So remember, it's not about just moving the weight from A to B, it's about moving that weight with intent. Alright, our seventh and final exercise is going to be a rope hammer curl. This is a good exercise for hitting a bit of the forearms. You're going to hit a bit of the brachioradialis. So this is just a good overall mass builder for the biceps, especially because during a lot of bicep movements, we're going to be at a supinated position, not a neutral position. So I like to throw one of these in per week. I prefer doing this on the cables as opposed to the dumbbells because the cable's going to have tension throughout the entire range of motion, whereas the dumbbell's just mainly going to have that tension at the top. So that's why I go ahead and just use the ropes and do this on the cable. So let's get into it. There we go, let's do it. Alright, let's see how we're looking. Post-workout shots. Alright, workout is complete. That was a really good workout, actually. Was very happy with the deadlifts. I want to go back and watch the footage to see how they, how that seventh rep actually was. But overall, a pretty good workout. Like I said, even though it's a long workout and it's a hard workout, it's probably one of my favorite workouts of the week. I just love back movements, and then adding in some hamstring movements like that is fun as well. But I'm absolutely starving because that was like a 3-hour session between recording and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to head home, get some food, and then I will catch you guys in a bit. Okay. Post-workout hasn't really changed in probably over a month or so. It's pretty much the same thing. It's 100 grams of cream of rice, 100 grams of banana, 75 grams of blueberry, and then 30 grams of whey protein isolate. And then as well here I have 250 milliliters of Fairlife skim milk, just to get a little bit of extra protein in there, because I don't want to put a scoop and a half in here of protein powder, because protein powder is damn expensive right now. So that's why I do the milk on the side with that. Food's been in a pretty good spot right now. Probably since the last full day of eating that I did, it's probably come up a couple hundred calories. Carbs are right around 440 grams per day right now, which is in a very good spot. Body weight hasn't been moving too much, so we'll continue to push that. It's been very, very productive so far. Strength has been going up, but body weight's only been slightly going up, so that makes me think that the majority of the weight that I have been putting on has mainly been muscle and not a ton of fat, so very, very excited for that. So I'm gonna go ahead, eat this, and then I will catch you guys in a bit. Alright, my package just showed up. This is something that I've been waiting for a couple weeks now. I didn't know if it was going to make it in time, but it made it today, so very, very excited about this. So I will show you guys what we got. So in here we got the Cbumfitness Olympia merch, so I went ahead and ordered a couple things from the drop. I don't buy a ton of stuff, but I do like the Olympia gear, so I went ahead and got this hat. This is the Set the Standard hat, so we got that. I got the Pressure is a Privilege tee here. I have the sweater version of that. I also got, I think this is the Champion Mentality or the Olympia shirt. I'm not sure. I'll have to open it up and show you. And then we also got the Set the Standard shirt here. So super excited for this stuff. Yeah, so super excited about that stuff. I definitely needed some new t-shirts because I feel like a lot of my t-shirts are like old t-shirts that I had that are getting too small, so I needed to order some bigger ones. So I'll go ahead and throw it on for you guys right now and go ahead and kind of show you what each item looks like, and I'll let you know kind of the size that I got in it too, so go ahead and do that right now. Alright, so this is the Pressure is a Privilege tee, so you can go ahead and see that it's got the logo on the back there. And it's got the little logo on the front here as well. This one I am wearing in a 2XL. I wanted it to be a little bit oversized, a little bit of a baggier fit, so this one is a 2XL. As well, you can see on the hat there, this is the Set the Standard hat. This is a mesh hat on the sides, and it's kind of got like an A-frame as well. So really, really like this stuff. I'll go ahead and try on the other shirts here. Alright, so this is the Set the Standard tee, so it's got the small little logo there on the front. And then it's got the big Set the Standard logo on the back as well. This one is in a XL, just a single XL. So we'll go ahead and try on the final t-shirt. Alright, and then this is the Champion Mentality t-shirt. So it's got the Cbum logo there, and then it's got Olympia 2023 here on the front. On On the back, it's got the big champion mentality logo. This one is in an XL as well. It's funny, I actually thought that the XLs would be a little bit smaller than the XXL, but the sleeves are a good length, so I really like it. So these are very good quality t-shirts. Honestly, I have no idea if there is any stock left for this stuff. I do know that the Cbumfitness stuff does sell out very quickly, especially with this being the Olympia merch drop. But I will still go ahead and link the website in the description below if you guys want to go check it out for any future launches, or if they have any stock left. Alright guys, well that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to drop a like on it. Subscribe if you guys are new around here for tons of content just like this. Other than that, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.